this is an appeal from the child support magistrate, is that correct? Being an appeal, it is a trial de novo from the child support magistrate. So you may put on your proof, General Miller.
Yeah, this is the appeal from the magistrate's findings
Fall down just
to set aside the voluntary acknowledgement. The magistrate denied the defendant's request. I have the mother on Zoom, Ms. Alicia Eagle. So if we want to place her.
Ms. Eagle, I need you to unmute your device and let me place you under oath. All right, if you will raise your right hand and let me place you under oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
All right, thank you. General Miller.
Would you state your name for the court, please?
Alicia Eagle.
Okay, Ms. Eagle. Are you the mother of Jackson?
I am.
Okay. And Jackson was born when?
November 25th, 2014.
Of 2014. Okay. And a voluntary acknowledgement was executed a couple of days after his birth. Is that correct?
Yes.
When did you meet Mr. Toller?
I met Mr. Toller May of 2014.
May of 2014?
Yes.
Okay. Were you pregnant at that time?
Yes.
Did you tell Mr. Toller you were pregnant when you met?
Yes.
Were you showing?
I was.
So at what time, do you know what time you would have conceived?
It would have been February or March of 14.
Okay. So prior to you meeting him in May?
Correct.
Did you guys live together?
We dated on and off, like throughout, from May on. I moved in officially in November of 14.
The judge wastes no time reminding everyone this is a de novo appeal, meaning everything starts fresh, and the mother, appearing by Zoom, is immediately sworn in. What becomes clear from the first minutes is that this case isn't about confused timelines or vague memories. It's about a man who stepped into a role fully knowing the biological truth. As the mother details her pregnancy, the judge keeps circling back to one key point. Everyone involved knew this baby was conceived before the relationship even began.
Like, I would go stay with him for weeks at a time, but I still lived with my mother.
Okay.
In Ashland City.
Okay. And you moved in together in November 2014, is that correct?
Yes, right prior to Jackson being born.
Okay. And so you lived together as a family for how long?
We lived in Ashland City till 2019 when we relocated to Michigan. And we lived up here for another about 6 months before we officially split up.
Did Mr. Toller hold himself out to be the father of Jackson during the time you lived together?
Yes, he was there for the time of birth. That baby was next to his side every day.
Okay. All right. And he was, you said he was present at the hospital?
Yes.
Okay. And you know that Mr. Toller had a vasectomy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So there's no question that Mr. Toller is not the biological father of this child in your mind?
No.
Okay. All right. Who is the biological father?
His name is Randy Hitz.
Okay. And is he deceased?
He is.
Okay. Had he had any interaction with the child at all prior to his death?
He's seen Jackson, I want to say 2 or 3 times his whole life. There was a visit when Jackson was about 1.5, 2, where he's seen him for, I want to say, less than a couple hours. And then he's seen him 2020.
Here, because the judge digs directly into the heart of the matter, timeline, cohabitation, and the role the alleged father played. The mother explains they lived together as a family for years, painting a picture of a man who was present, engaged, and acting as a father figure every single day. The judge presses her on biological certainty, and she's crystal clear. There was never a single moment she believed the child was biologically his. The biological father, now deceased, had only brief, sporadic contact. This establishes what's coming, the emotional father versus the biological truth.
Okay.
for a few hours.
All righty. What year did he die?
I believe it was last fall or the year before.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That's not a
Okay.
date that I'm aware of.
All righty. And did you apply for services, child support services in Michigan?
I did.
Okay. And they forwarded, of course, to Tennessee to establish an order of parent of support with
Yes,
Mr. Toller. Okay. Are you working?
I am.
Okay. And what is your income?
I make $15 an hour,
And how
And I
many
work-
hours?
about 32 to 40, depending on the week.
Okay. Do you have any other children in your home?
I do. I have 3 others.
Okay. And who are those children?
I have Zoe, Kylie, and Asher.
And Asher was left off the UF's application by mistake. Is that correct?
Yes, when I was filling it out, I was unaware of how to do it, and my child support office up here in Michigan was not very friendly on answering phone calls or questions. So I tried doing the best of my ability, and I contacted my worker up here, and she was unavailable.
The bottom line is you have 3 children in your home. They're your children, not stepchildren. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And Zoe will be 18 in the summer.
Yes.
Is that correct? But she won't graduate until what year?
2027.
Okay. All right. Do you have any child care costs for Jackson?
I do not.
Do you have any medical insurance costs for Jackson?
Yes, his stepfather just put him on his insurance through work. The family plan cost about $200 every 2 weeks.
200 every 2 weeks?
Yes.
Okay. How many people are on that plan?
There are 6 of us.
Right, guys, here where the case shifts. The judge examines financial realities, other children in the household, and who actually supports this kid. With new insurance coming through her husband and no childcare costs, the judge wants the full picture before tackling support. Then the real bomb drops. The mother says the alleged father hasn't spoken to the child in 363 days, not because she blocked him. She says she tried weekly contact. The judge is laser-focused. Was the father truly absent by choice? This section builds the emotional tension that defines the rest of the hearing.
6?
Yes.
Okay. And is that insurance already in place?
He applied last week for it during open enrollment since we just recently got married. We are waiting for it to kick in. I believe it starts the 1st.
All right. Does he already have the insurance in place for other children, for the rest of your family, and you're just adding Jackson?
No, we are all getting added.
Okay. So all brand new insurance.
Yes.
All right. Does Mr. Toller have any parenting time with Jackson?
Ma'am, he hasn't spoke to Jackson in 363 days. He hasn't seen Jackson in 2 years since I was pregnant with Asher. So it's been just about 3 years now.
Have you done anything to prohibit him from having any contact with Jackson?
I have not. I'm actually the one that initiates all the contacts. We call Mr. Toller at least once a week. Jackson asks every day if he can call his father. Last time he has seen Jackson, I was actually the one that came to Tennessee, got a hold of Mr. Toller, and asked him if he would like to take him overnight while we were there, because Jackson was bugging me every hour on the way down. Mom, can we call Dad? Mom, can we call Dad?
The cross-examination begins, and the father's attorney goes straight after credibility. They confront the mother with paperwork where she allegedly answered no to having been with anyone else around the time of conception. She says she didn't remember and was overwhelmed with a newborn when filling it out. Then the attorney brings out social media posts hinting that the mother planned to tell her son the truth when he was older, questioning why that would be necessary if everything was always clear. The tension spikes as they attempt to cast doubt on her honesty.
Mm-hmm. When's the last time Jackson had overnight parenting time with Mr. Toller?
It was February of 23
Is that here in Tennessee or Michigan?
when I was in Tennessee.
Tennessee. And at the time of your separation, Jackson was about 5, is that correct?
Yes.
So he has recall of Mr. Toller being part of the family
Yes.
and recognizes him as his father.
He doesn't know any other man as his father. He never recognized Randy as his father. Mr. Toller is the only man that he calls dad.
Okay. That's all I have, Your Honor.
So is your name still Miss Eagle, or what is your last name now?
It is still Eagle. I am putting in my appointment with Secretary of State later this week.
Okay. Isn't it true that Mr. Toller believed this child was his?
No,
That
it
you
is.
were carrying his child?
No, it is not. He knew from the get-go that I was pregnant when we met while I was working at the gas station.
Isn't it true that in the paperwork you filled out for the state in which you reside, that it says your question that you answered, I had sexual intercourse with a man other than the person I am naming as the respondent during the 30 days before or 30 days after the child was conceived, and you put no, correct?
I honestly don't remember what I put on that paperwork. And I told Miss Miller that when she called me about it, was that I was in a fog. I had a newborn baby.
Okay, I'm going to supply the court a copy of the paperwork. That's the Child Support Enforcement Transmittal Number 1 initial request, in which that question is asked on page 4, paragraph 1. Isn't it true that when Mr. Hitz, the person that you have stated as the father, passed away, that you actually posted online that I'll tell Jax the truth about his father when he's old enough to understand it?
I did, because Jackson does not know Randy Hitz.
Isn't it true before his death that you actually moved him into the home with you and your child?
That is not true at all.
He didn't live in the home after Mr. Toller moved out of the residence.
No, he did not.
Isn't it true that it was only after Mr. Toller moved out of the residence that he learned who the father was?
No, it is not.
Prosecutor steps back in to clean up the mess. She asks whether the mistake on the forms was simply an error, and the mother admits it was. Then the father takes the stand. His testimony instantly shifts the tone. He claims he didn't know she was pregnant at first, then later learned she was, and somewhere down the line realized the child wasn't biologically his. He says she didn't directly mislead him, but also didn't clarify the truth early. The biggest admission. He signed the paternity acknowledgement, knowing the child wasn't biologically his.